From their mouths to your ears, this is Gaming on Thrones with Phil, Saul, and Rick.
All right, everybody, welcome to Gaming on Thrones. Today is Sunday, September 21st, and with me, as always, is my co-host, Saul Cuellar. How are you doing, sir?
Right now, I'm flexing.
Got a serious pump going?
Yeah.
All right. And also, my other co-host, Rick Lamoureux, self-proclaimed Ubisoft hater and PlayStation fanboy.
Well, yeah. And I'm just watching football on mute.
Hey, you know what I did with my Xbox One this weekend? Yes, you
What?
do, because I sent you all kinds of pictures.
I saw black pictures.
Yeah, that's all I got was black pictures.
That's what I did.
Nothing.
That was a joke. It wasn't good. No, the greatest feature of all time on a console is the Snap TV feature. So at halftime, I started playing Destiny and snapped the FSU game, and then when it came back on, it still wasn't looking good. So I kept it snapped, and it was fantastic. I got to play mindless farming in Destiny and watch football at the same time.
At least you got something to do then.
Yeah, it's a good feature.
Yeah.
Yeah, and drank some beer, so that was good.
Yo, we got beers?
Yeah.
I don't know about you. I do.
I did a lot of that too. I'm still,
I got water.
That's good. That makes for a good podcast.
yeah. Feeling
You're
a little rough.
Yeah. So anyways, let's get back to the intro. Gaming on Thrones is brought to you by... we're part of the Rated M Gaming Network, which is just a really cool network. I'm always going to throw this in there, and I will post links once we have an actual launch of that website. And I just quickly, before we get started, I want to give a shout out to Podcast Evolved. Thanks for having me on. I was a guest host for one of the members who was out of town in Ireland, so out of the country. It was fun. I had a good time. Thank you so much, Drew and Krista. I had a good time. We talked about something on that show that I actually wanted to talk to you guys about. And I'm going to do that right after I ask you what you guys have been playing, if there's anything different than Destiny.
Not me. No, that's been basically it all week. Like I was telling you, I really don't play a lot of video games in the weekend because of sports at this time of the year. So just during the week, after class and everything, I'll get on there and I'll play a couple hours of Destiny. Plus, I have friends that get off on different shifts. So if Saul goes to bed at like 10:30 or something, my other buddy doesn't get home till 11. So I have another person to grind with after that.
So it's like a tag team, man. Like he's out, somebody else is in.
Yeah, man, it's cool.
Nice.
Yeah, Saul played with him. My buddy Alex. Yeah, good dude.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Saul, same thing.
I played... No, I didn't. I downloaded Bejeweled 3 for free.
Yo.
I didn't play it. I want to play it. I've just been playing Destiny.
You will someday when you're bored.
Oh, yeah.
Near
I love that game.
Yeah, man. It's addicting.
It is.
Just matching those crystals.
Right.
Getting lightnings and explosion balls and stuff.
Yeah, I like that one better than Peggle.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely love Bejeweled better than Peggle.
I've put in a lot of hours in my life in Bejeweled, I'd have to say.
Yeah, Peggle's fun because I've been trying to, my wife and I have been trying to get all the, basically like, you can beat the level, but then they have like 3 different criteria to completely beat the level. Like get all the pegs and score this many points or whatever, like achievements.
Oh, okay.
So we've been working together to try and get those, and that's actually kind of fun because it's really hard. And
yeah, it's a lot of luck too, man.
It is, yeah, it is. It's crazy. Did you see that video she put up on the group page?
That was you?
It was Sage. It wasn't.
Wow.
No, it wasn't me. That was random.
Someone we knew. Yeah, I thought it was just a video you guys found. I thought it was cool and threw it up there.
It is. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, Mama Sage is killing it.
No, Rick. She found the video and put it up there. It was.
I know, but in my world, I'm pretending she did that.
Oh, okay,
Good for
yeah,
her.
yeah, she's awesome.
I'm proud of your wife. Good job.
No, my son actually wants us to play Peggle, so it's like, oh, okay, sure, I'll knock this out real quick.
Colors
Peggle is awesome.
Noises for him, yeah.
And sounds and unicorns.
Yeah, we ask him which guy he wants to choose. Like whether he usually picks the fat troll that you can put in a business suit.
Nice.
Yeah, it's cool. Anyway, so back to what I was saying. So we kind of talked a little bit we talked a lot about Halo Reach on Podcast Evolved. that is a Halo dedicated podcast. We are not, but we are still going to bring it up because I wanted to get your guys' opinion on something. Host Drew asked me, basically what my thoughts on were maybe someday in the future bringing ODST and Halo Reach over to Xbox One. That's a rumor that's been floating around. It's been asked many times since the announcement of the Master Chief Collection. So I was able to give my opinion, but I couldn't really go too far just because I didn't want to get off topic with consoles and the market and all kinds of stuff when that's just a Halo-centric podcast. I didn't really think that would have been appropriate. So I want to do a little bit of that here. So what do you guys think about that? Is that something that's like, yeah, if they do it, no big deal? Is it something that you're like, they don't need to do it? We don't want to saturate Halo. We don't want to bring too much Halo.
That's not a thing, though.
Well, see, okay, well, I'll kind of argue that because that's kind of my opinion. But I'll have you go first. Rick, you said you haven't gotten to play Halo Reach yet at all.
No.
You've never played Halo Reach.
No, I did download it, like I said last week. I have it. It's on my machine. I just haven't had the time. But as long as it's after Halo 5 and after all the development cycle that's going to go into that with the DLC, and I'm sure is going to come with it. Mm-hmm. As long as Halo 5 is done right, I don't care if they port that. Sure, whatever. I mean, it's just another game from last gen that's going to be on the next gen.
Yeah. I mean, would you... Let me ask you about the porting, though. Do you think they should go all out and give Halo Reach or Halo ODST, or maybe both, like the anniversary treatment, or you think maybe more like the Halo 3, Halo 4 treatment where they're just kind of like, let's touch it up and throw it out there, and and if they did that, what would you pay for it, or would you buy it?
I'd buy the double disc for I don't know, $40, $39.99 for both games if they redid it in the new engine, like they're doing with Halo 2 Anniversary.
So you'd want the whole treatment, like the whole Anniversary. Okay.
Yeah, but the problem with that is if they do
blur
that,
cutscenes, the whole deal.
It's not gonna happen for another few years, and by then, you're releasing a fucking 10-year-old game that was out on last gen, and it's already 3 years into the cycle of the new generation. So I mean, it has to come soon, but I don't want it to come soon. I would like it eventually. It's just.
Okay, so you're saying soon, but like 2016 after.
Yeah, because they can't wait too long, because people will be like, what the hell is this? We should have new IPs and stuff. You can't go release a 10-year-old game. But if they throw it in on maybe Halo 6, you get it, the double disc, that'd be sweet. I'd pay that.
Yeah, I mean, ODST and Reach, to be fair, aren't that old. They came out in 2009, 2010, respectively. Yeah. So,
I heard ODST doesn't need to even be played or anything. I heard that was like the worst one.
Oh, see, I would really disagree with that. But I'll ask Saul the same question, because Saul, you did play all those games, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're a Halo fan. You're not a super fan, but you like playing Halo. So, give me your opinions on it. Does Microsoft need to even do that?
Don't waste your money. Just do a direct port, and then sell it for like $10, $20, because nobody cares.
They can make it a marketplace game. They don't have to come out digitally.
There's so many first-person shooters coming out right now. Nobody cares when it comes down to it. It's like one of those games that you see on Steam for sale. They're old, but you want to test your new rig and see how they run, and you're like, oh, this is pretty cool. But really, nobody cares. You've already played it so many times. It's like the only reason that I think that the Halo Collector's Edition or whatever is going to sell is because they redid everything, like Rick says. But when you start doing that shit, it becomes redundant, and it's just the same thing over and over when they could be making new games. But no, we're too scared to make new games because people are going to talk shit about it. Well, guess what? They're going to talk shit either way. Every game that comes out, nerds are going to be like, it sucks. But somebody's going to be like, no, I really liked it. Just like the ODST you guys were talking about right there. Mm-hmm. So it's like, let it die. Let it die. It's like that freaking show True Blood. Let the main character Suki just die. She's tired.
Don't ever bring up True Blood on this show.
I'm just saying that's like one of the things where it's just like you watch this last season. I watched like 2 episodes and I'm like, it's over. She wants it. You see her face acting. It's like, just let it end. It's like, all right, port it over direct. Don't waste your freaking money. That's it.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll give you my opinion on it. I'm closer to Saul. I really enjoyed some of the features of Halo Reach, like and let me first talk about Halo Reach, and then I'll get into why I disagree with people in the ODST. So Halo Reach had some really good features such as Firefight. That was fun, man. That was really fun.
was
Like
fun.
you got on there with co-op and you just dicked around and just killed hundreds of people. It's not something that you'd have to have a good group of friends to play it for a sustained amount of time. Plus, there was a lot of achievements that went along with it. And the good thing about Halo is like when you got achievements, you unlocked certain features in the game. So there's a lot of. I'm not an achievement hunter. We'll get into that a little bit later, but that was cool.
You don't like no trophies, dog?
I like them, but I mean, I'm not gonna go out of my
Yeah.
way. Anyways, so I'm more with Solve. They maybe they can touch it up. Maybe marketplace it for $29.99 if they did the 1080p 60 deal with it. It's a great story. Halo Reach had a fantastic story. It had nothing to do. Well, it had obviously all Halo has something to do with the Spartans and Master Chief, but it wasn't. Master Chief wasn't in the game. It was based on the Spartan 3 project. So the characters were really cool. It was almost like Battlefield Bad Company Halo.
Halo.
Yeah. And to speak on ODST was actually really cool because you weren't a Spartan at all. You were a human. You were an ODST member, and it was the landscape of ODST was really cool because it was kind of like I'm playing a Halo game, but I'm not Master Chief, so I'm not seeing the grand scale that you saw in Halo with the Master Chief. And you always saw these like soldiers fighting all the time. You were one of those guys, so you saw like the city streets and inside, and it was cool that way. So yeah, I'd welcome. I may even, if it was a slow year, I might even pick it up for 60 if they included both games and if they touched them up. I really don't think they should waste their time with the anniversary treatment because I do think you can saturate the market with too much Halo. We have the Master Chief Collection, which is going to sustain people for a very long time. Even after Halo 5, I think they're still going to be playing that. And if Halo 5 is what I think we all hope it is, with the arena-style multiplayer and the story kind of getting a little interesting, I just don't think it's needed. The Master Chief Collection, let's be honest, the Master Chief Collection is what it is. It's a service. It's a fan service. But it's moving consoles. That's what they need it to do.
Mm-hmm.
Sure is.
That's the only reason they're putting this much effort into it. They need to move consoles. Or rather, I shouldn't say they need to. It's not like the Xbox One is doing horrible. But in comparison to the PlayStation 4, they're trying to make up a very large gap. And, Halo can give you some numbers. So
I do agree though that their time and money would be well spent invested in something else other than porting a game.
Yeah, like 343 come out with something different. Yeah, and that's one of the larger issues with Microsoft is a lack of first party studios.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully they step up with that, and I think they will. I think they recognize that, but that's not something you can do overnight.
No.
That's not a change you can make overnight, unfortunately. So, well, that's cool. I mean, I wanted to get you guys' opinions on that because I just don't think Microsoft as a company in 343, they don't need to do that. People, I mean, you guys know this, plenty of people still play the 360 and aren't getting an Xbox One for a while.
Yeah.
Maybe until the Master Chief Collection or even after.
They want more games.
They want more games, yeah. They
more
want
new games, not games that you play on past gens.
Yes.
The guys on
Whatever.
the 360 are laughing at the new gen, saying, "Hey, you're playing all the games I still have from 10 years ago."
Yeah, and so let's be honest. There is a very good group of people that feel that way. I mean, there's people like me that's like, just upgrade already and whatever. But there's developers are still making games for it.
Yep.
They're still making new games for it. So I don't think you need to. If they have Reach, they have ODST. They can play them anytime they want. And if all you're going to do is touch up the graphics, I wouldn't care.
Well, the thing is that people that don't realize that only have Xbox 360 or PS3 is when you actually play an online game using a Xbox One or a PS4, there is a significant difference, especially like in fighting games, first-person shooters. Like you play, I don't get lag. Yeah, I don't get like rage quit boots where everybody gets kicked off the server. I don't, have problems putting in a combo on Killer Instinct. There is nothing there. Like all the things that everybody cried about on 360, the regular Xbox, PlayStation, the 3 and stuff like that, it's gone. It doesn't exist anymore for the most part.
Yeah, I think that has a lot to do with just the evolution of the gaming community in general, that online games are now a big focal point. Like, they put online modes in games like Dragon Age. Why would there be an online mode? But there is, just because people like playing with other people, man. That's cool.
Yeah, I think we've talked about that a little bit on other shows where everybody's really concentrating on the graphics side of the new gen or the current gen consoles, when we really should be talking about the scale of what the games are, because the games, whether you're talking about the PS4 and the Xbox One and their lack of graphics, or comparing them directly to each other, the scale of the open world games, the lack of the loading screens, the fluidity, everything is a lot better.
Yeah.
I mean, and that makes for a more fluid gaming experience, which enhances the gameplay, which is always more important than graphics, everyone.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to finish up with Halo, but I just want to ask you guys this quick question. Did you guys check out the Halo 3 1080p 60 gameplay that they had at PAX?
Yeah.
I think we talked about that before. Yeah. And we all noticed the difference, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Because it does look slick. I watched a little bit more of the Halo 2 with the gun goose. That thing's going to be super rad. I'm pretty excited to drive that thing around.
Yeah, I was playing Halo 3, the regular one from the last generation, and it's a nice enough looking game, but you can tell everything's really bland and brown, and the colors don't really pop and stuff. But in that gameplay footage they had, it looked a lot better. You know what I mean?
And then 343 said that Bungie basically, when they made that game, I mean, a lot of the stuff that pops was there in the original programming code. I mean, it was there. Just the 360 couldn't render it, Yeah. But anyways, what I want to actually get to there is the games are looking slick. The gameplay looks so fluid in the 60 frames. I mean, it's almost going to be hard to play Halo like that for a little while because it's just too fluid. We're not used to that.
First world problem.
Yeah, right. This game works too well.
Yeah.
Which actually did screw me up when I played Battlefield 4 for a little while, as opposed to Battlefield 3.
That's a good thing to get used to, though, man, because that should be the only acceptable option now.
Yeah, it was, but I was so used to that 30. You know what I mean? That your timing is off with your dragging your especially on a console.
You're twitching.
Yeah, exactly. So my point here, the question here I want to ask you guys is it going to be tough to go back to the slowness of Halo, because Halo is notoriously a little slower as far as your movements go, and you don't really have the twitch reactions? Is it going to be tough to go to that kind of slowness after games like Call of Duty and Battlefield, which we've been playing for a while now? I know I did not play a ton of Halo 4, even though I really liked it. So it's been a little while since I've really been into that Halo multiplayer exclusively.
I think you're going to be fine, because you're basically playing a practice version now in Destiny.
That's my question. Is Destiny a good segue for that?
No, it's nowhere. It's not even the same thing. It's a different fucking game. It's a different game. I'm sorry. It's a totally different game. If you want to say if Destiny is similar to something, maybe the new Call of Duty. Main reason it's got the same, studio, not the same studio, but the same publisher. So I'm sure that they've aligned everything. Isn't it quite odd that they're both, you can jump crazy shit in both the games?
Yeah.
I mean, that is similar, but anything old like Halo, no, I've played, it's nothing like it.
Well, I'd have to argue with you a little bit, Solly, because I'm not speaking about anything but the Crucible.
I'm talking about like in-game play where you're playing the game and you're moving your gun and you're jumping up and down and like you're meleeing and the guns and everything. It's completely different.
I do gotta say that the guns do move a lot faster in Destiny than in Halo, because like when you're trying to turn around in Halo, it feels like a fucking year as you're spinning around.
Yeah, that's my question though. And I'm strictly speaking from a PvP standpoint, not so much a campaign standpoint.
Yeah.
But in the PvP world, is Destiny a good segue? Or Saul, like you said, it's just not. It's too different.
It's too different. The mechanics,
Okay.
everything. I mean, when you look at setting up your character, there's so many different intricacies and like mechanics that you can't like. Like every character is actually different because they have more agility, they have more armor, all that stuff.
Yeah.
It all comes into play. So they are nothing alike.
All right, Rick, are you of the same belief, or do you? Because I know you said that Destiny feels a little bit like a Halo game. The mechanics of it did. Has that gone away since then, or?
Well, I mean, Saul is definitely the point to speak on this whole thing because, like, I don't really play a lot of FPSs, but I guess the only ones I have played is Halo and Destiny, so that's why I made the comparison directly.
Well, I mean, and I understand that. It's because, like, not to insult you, but it's like from a novice point of view. Just like if I were to play something, I'd be like, this is the same. Diablo and Dota and all that, they're all the same. I don't see the difference just because I'm not that interested in it. So,
right.
There's nothing wrong with what you have to say. I just wanted to put my perspective out. And that's just my opinion.
Yeah, well, no, that's why you're here. We want your opinion.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Saul. He's the person that would know this. I think I'll be fine just because I really only play those games.
Yeah, I mean, for me, the Crucible is going to be a good segue. That's my personal opinion, only because it does feel a lot different than a Battlefield or a Call of Duty for me. So who knows, when I pick up the Master Chief Collection and start playing, I may be completely off on that. I may pick it up right away. It may take me, because Destiny, when I played the Crucible, that took me. I'm still getting used to it.
Yeah.
I mean, some games I get waxed. Some games I do okay. Some games I do pretty good. So, it definitely was different than Titanfall. I can tell you that much. Titanfall was fast, really fast. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
So what about them gripes on Destiny?
By gripes, are you speaking of that asshole, the Cryptarch?
Name your gripe, and then Rick can go, and then I'll go.
Okay. So my gripe isn't really a gripe because I actually enjoy it. My gripe is the fact that you work really hard to get, say, a legendary engram or, even a rare engrams just because you can level up your Cryptarch with those things pretty quickly to get more drops. And yeah, you end up a lot of times getting screwed. I see some of the people on Facebook and some of the groups we're a part of that are just scoring lucky and good, like really cool stuff. And that's awesome. I have not been so lucky. With the exception of last night, actually, I had a blue engram that I was like, whatever, I'm just going to get 300 points for the Cryptarch to level up. And it turned into a legendary hand cannon.
Nice.
Which was a dead orbit hand cannon, which was the picture I was trying to send you guys that turned black.
Okay.
So, it's badass, and I was like, whoa! And that's been my luckiest moment. So, but however, having said that, that's why I play the game. These drops aren't supposed to be easy. They're rare, and rare items you get quite often. But the legendary, I understand when it turns into a green or a blue that's less than you already have, it's annoying. Or in fact, you do get a legendary out of it, and it's a different class.
Feels too strong.
I know
that shit sucks. But you know what? Keep on grinding. Like, that's why we're playing all these strikes over and over again. That's why the raids are there. That's why we're going back and we're doing the daily missions, and that's where all the farming spots are at. It's almost like when you're farming, it's a social kind of thing.
Yeah.
And if you guys have been near the cave like I have for the last few days,
Oh, yeah.
people are such assholes going in there and dancing around. I'm speaking to you guys out there. If you dance in that cave, I will find you and I will fight you.
Yeah. Dick.
Yeah, dick. Anyways, that's my gripe, and it's not a gripe because that's why I play. I honestly, I'm searching for that next piece, and when it comes, I'm gonna be really happy. And it makes the game fun because it makes all those levels and those strikes and things replayable because you never know what you're gonna get out of that stuff. And the Crucible, for that matter. When you play a Crucible match, you could do so shitty, and then bam, you get a couple of engrams at the end. It's like, sweet.
Yep.
Well said, sir. Rick?
Yeah.
All right. I'm kind of with Phil. I really don't have a gripe about how the game is set up, like a lot of people are bitching about it right now. Because I was a big fan of Diablo series, so I'm used to the grind. I'm used to playing the same shit over and over and over again. And as long as I had everybody there with me, if you're playing me, Saul, or if anybody else is playing me, it's fun. It doesn't feel like a grind because you're talking on the headset, you're shooting shit, and you're having a good time. So that's I'm fine with the game. I'm gonna read a quote from Angry Joe did a review on it today, and the thing we talked about it a little bit earlier. He said the game is short and it's a grind, but it's still fun. But the thing he said, which I can see a problem with, especially since they said they're thinking about doing it, he says we're gonna have to pay $60 up front and then another $39.99 or whatever it is for the expansions, and then somebody a year down the line is going to get it on the PC for half the price with all the DLC and pay half the price.
Well,
I think he's being a little salty. But,
I'll let you finish up, but yeah, we'll speak on that too later.
But if you don't get that DLC, you're not going to be able to play with your friends because they're going to have that DLC. So you kind of have to. Which, I mean, it's a smart business practice. I just hope that the money that they're going to charge for this is actually worth the content. If I'm paying half the price I paid for an entire game, I want half the content that entire game came with. Yeah,
I know there's the 2 DLC drops. One is December, one is early next year.
Yep.
It's $34.99. I got it for $30 because I bought the Digital Guardian edition. So I got the $5 off. So ultimately I'm paying $15 each. And so you're saving double because if you buy this, if you got the season pass or whatever they want to call it, It's already $5 cheaper. So I'm basically saving $10.
Yeah, this is going to be the second game I've ever bought a season pass for. The first one being Mass Effect 3.
Yeah, I've actually never bought one before. So
What?
yeah, this I didn't buy it for Titanfall, and I didn't buy the Battlefield Premium. Thank God.
Yeah.
Well, Saul, I'm sure Saul does. He goes for it because Duty comes out.
Always.
It's like
he goes
season
with
pass
Duty.
is the deal when you have the fucking 90 DLCs that come.
Yeah.
Unless it's stupid costumes, I always get the DLC because if I like the game, I want to play more of it.
That's
Now
Snoop Dogg
my-
DLC.
Yeah, that was horrible. My gripe on the whole thing when I first started playing the game was getting annihilated on freaking Crucible.
Oh yeah.
Because when you have different classes, you have different guns. I mean, I guess in the game, your armor and stuff, I guess somehow is all balanced out, but the guns aren't balanced out because they have different settings. I mean, they have different properties. So it's like that kind of made me mad. But once I got up to about level 20, 23. Yeah, it's basically if you're good at first-person shooters, you're good at this game. So that was my only gripe is how we were matched up in the Crucible and how it sucked ass. But once you hit a certain level and you actually now have a respect for the game and you've actually laid out your character correctly and have your abilities and stuff like that, I actually love the Crucible now. I can't stop playing it.
So you've gotten used to it then. You fell into the role that you should have been able to do like from day one.
Yeah, that's my thing. As I wanted to be day one awesome, day one kick ass. But
yeah, if you spend
everybody
time
does
fucking playing these games, you should be,
Yeah, I mean everybody, and like Saul, you were telling me that some of our friends, like we went over this last time, some of your friends were like frustrated with that at first because it's not a pick it up and get a good KD ratio with. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I do feel that, like you said, the balancing in the Crucible is supposed to be completely balanced. I think there's some bugs in there that is not completely balanced, and that's okay.
It's the armor is balanced, but the weapons aren't balanced because they're different weapons. And some
blade dancing ain't balanced.
Blade dancing.
Oh my god! But at the same time, if there's 6 of you guys standing in front of me and I do my smash, you're all dead, and there's no chance of you killing me unless you hit me at the right time.
Yeah, because that's pissed me off too. Like I've actually killed somebody in Blade Dance when I had my golden gun. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I haven't done my Blade Dancer subclass yet. I'm actually probably going to create a new character before I really get into that. But that thing is OP as hell.
Dude, I love it. I love it.
I get killed by that all the time.
Bro, I'm going to tell you like Trinity told Neo, if you see one, just run.
Just run. But it's faster than you.
I know! I tried running today!
So let me get to this point that you said about Angry Joe and with the PC deal. Don't bitch about that. That's all I can say, because fucking then wait till it comes out on PC. Don't bitch.
Well,
because if you
they said it wasn't coming out on PC though before the game released.
It's a trap.
No, I don't know if they ever said it definitively that it was not coming for PC. I've never heard that.
Yeah, but now they're saying we're working on it.
They're working on it. Yeah, so if it does release and if it does drop with like say even $60 or $50, $49.99 with all the DLC and shit, don't cry because you had it for a fucking year or whatever. You've been playing it. Like, don't cry about it.
I'm not crying. I'm good.
No, not you. No, not you. I'm talking like generalities. Like the people who are like, whoa, what the hell? You know, personally, I think Bungie should keep it on consoles because the consoles need the help right now.
Wow, true.
So, anyways, let's now that we've gotten that out of the way, let's go to our versus segment. Saul would be the winner of last week's versus match. So, give us your pick.
Okay.
Or your match.
Sunday. Phil's versus Rick. In which animal would you be if you were to get into a fight? You guys know the rules.
Is this a death battle?
Yeah, to the death.
Okay.
Ooh, to the death. Okay.
That's the only way it should be.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead, Phil. You got one?
Versus.
Yeah. I do. You know that little thing in the Amazon that could swim up your urethra and kill you?
Oh!
Yeah, the thing I just looked up that's named to say that.
No, really?
The Kandurairu fish. Yeah.
Did you really?
Yeah, it's on my page right now.
That is impressive. So you both went with death by penis.
I googled pee hole fish.
So, have we ever had a draw?
How is that even possible? Out of all the animals in the world.
Like, I'll be honest with you. At first, I was going anaconda, and then I started thinking about Ice Cube, and then I started thinking about J-Lo, and then I was like, yo, remember that thing that could swim up your urethra and kill you? That's what I want to be.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Oh my gosh, this is real.
Yeah.
Live radio! Both guys were going to say the same thing. The what? Kandahari fish?
The Kandairu fish?
Kandairu fish. Kandairu fish.
All right.
So,
well, I don't know.
It's actually a fish. It's not actually like an amoeba or anything like that.
It's a fish, and it has barbs on its like gills or something, so
Yes.
you can't pull it out without shredding your dick hole.
Ah.
And can it like get up in? I don't know. I thought it was poisonous too.
Probably. Then I don't know. Then if that's the case, I guess a rhino. Okay.
Because it can swim up your urine stream, dude.
Yeah, you're gonna win this one.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Phil, dude, because even rhinos have penises and vaginas.
I shouldn't have passed to you, man, because then you would have
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even know if Saul asked. He just, who would go first.
Wow.
He just kind of talked.
Oh.
Whoa.
Yep. All right.
Wow.
Well, pee hole fish wins.
Pee hole fish always wins, bro.
So you went rhino out of desperation. I want to know, like, if you had a minute to think about it, what would you go with?
I was originally thinking the red-haired baboon thing with the big face. I don't know. It looked like
It has a penis, he says.
Yeah, so I lose.
I wanted to go Yeti, but then I remembered, like, there's no mythological creatures, but I'm like, is he really mythological, or is he...
Bigfoot?
But yeah.
It's Bigfoot!
Still swim up your penis hole, though.
That's true. Everybody's got
bro.
a dick.
Wolverine's the only one that could defeat him, but he's not real.
Yeah. I mean, a Wolverine is, but they've got penises, too.
All right. Oh!
So, all right.
You had to send that picture.
Oh, my God. We're going to move on because no one else can see that. You know what? I might
No one
have
else should see that.
on YouTube with the slideshow. No. We'll put it in the comment section under.
You just put a black bar above the head.
Stop. Just stop.
That poor.
We're going to have to end the show early due to throw up everywhere.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to move on to a PS4 exclusive coming February 6th, which has a lot of anticipation towards it. Bloodborne. They actually released some new video for it from TGS. Yeah, TGS happened. I don't know if anybody really cared.
Yeah.
Girl show?
No, it's the Japan. Oh
I
my
know.
God, I just dropped the name of it, like right
It's
out of my brain.
the what?
Tokyo Gaming Show.
Something show? Yeah. I guess
Something.
so.
Most of it's like JRPGs.
Yeah.
So they showed a lot of Bloodborne, and you can do co-op, which looked really cool. Bloodborne looks amazing. Like graphically, the game looks slick. To me, it looks boring because it's that hack and slash. Saul, don't you kind of like hack and slash games?
Like sort of the Berserk Dreamcast?
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
I like it.
Wow.
I like it. I love that game. That game was fun.
Yeah, I actually downloaded the Dreamcast emulator and got that thing to work, and I played it.
Yeah, I watched the trailer and I read up on it a little bit. It looks great. I just can't play those games because I get too frustrated. Just any game that
is it
kicks me in
because
the
it's a
dick
Dark
over and over.
Souls?
Yeah, it's just some people love the challenge. I don't really play games for the challenge. I play games like that for the story.
I play PvP for challenge. I want to dominate in the story.
Yeah, exactly. But it does look like you can have co-op, and it looks a little different than the way Dark Souls did it and everything. It looks like you can actually be in there at the same time against the environment, which is
that looked
just
cool.
pretty sweet.
That looked fun. Like if you guys were to jump on there together and just slash it up, like that would be fun.
Yeah, it looks scary though too. I don't do spooky games, man. I don't like that shit.
Wow.
All right, well, take yourself out of you and say you were like, is this exciting for the PlayStation?
Oh yeah, I know people that this is going to be a system seller for them. I know people that have put
I'm gonna get it.
countless hours into fucking playing Dark Souls and Demon Souls. People love that shit.
Oh yeah, worship the sun, everybody.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means because I never played that game, but
I think it's some kind of clan you can join or some shit. I don't know. But I mean, this is going to be huge for PlayStation. But it's not as a broad fucking seller as like Destiny would be because everyone plays first person shooters. But the people that play this are very dedicated. People that play these games.
yeah, I think it's going to do very well, and it's kind of taken over the hype from the Order, hasn't it?
It should.
I hear so many more people talking up Bloodborne looks awesome because, they gave us like this real at E3 we got like a little trailer for it, and people were like, "Whoa, that thing looks cool! It looks dark and spooky and badass." And they showed the Order, and it was like, "Yeah, okay, the Order." It's like, and people were talking about Bloodborne. They're still talking about Bloodborne. On all the sites I visit and check up on the news and stuff. I mean, Bloodborne's getting a lot more attention than the Order 1886.
Yeah, I haven't heard shit about that game in a while.
They seem like they're closely related just because of that era and the way that the monsters and werewolves and whatever.
Yeah, I'll put my money on it that From Software is going to do a little bit better job though, and because it's just going to be a better game. the old Bloodborne, I think this is going to be better. I'm not that Order game. I don't know anybody that's excited for that. Not a single person. I'm not.
I'll play it. Looks cool. I don't know about hype. I think I'll play it and it looks
there's
cool.
no hype. You never know. It could be a dark horse. It could be fucking awesome.
Well, I think what happened to Sony is like they saw the reaction to Bloodborne and they kind of saw the reaction to Order and they're like, wait, we should probably switch our attention to because I mean Sony really hasn't gone. They were really pushing the Order at E3 last year, and that's kind of
This is going to sell systems in Japan for sure.
Yeah, I think so.
Because they're crazy.
Yeah.
It's going to sell Vitas. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, they had a new class, like the Rogue class, which had a giant-ass hammer. I don't know if you watched the video, Saul, but he has like a giant-ass hammer and a gun. It looked pretty cool.
That's insane.
Saul, this is up your alley. So Advanced Warfare has released their 45 achievements and trophies.
Mm-hmm.
Are you an achievement guy? You a trophy guy? Well, I guess in this case you'd be an achievement guy because you're probably going to get that on Xbox One.
It depends. Like if you get the little symbol that you can put your name on and stuff like that, then yeah. But if it's just like a trophy, no. Like if it's something that how they put the background on, then I would try to achieve them. Like, because there's some cool shit. That's how it usually works. Is
Like the nameplates?
Yeah, like nuclear or like headhunter.
Yeah.
And I love those. So yeah, for those I would, yeah. Because they're just badass.
So, like, you're kind of, you sound like I would be then. If the achievement comes with an in-game reward, not just my gamer score.
Yeah.
You know, because I really don't fucking care.
Nah.
You know, I've like friended people and their gamer score is like 300,000. I'm like, dude, that dude.
Yeah, real deal.
Like, he wants the achievements.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you're like me. Like, if it gives me something in-game, if it gives me a new attachment, a new gun, then I'll go out of my way to try and get that. Kind of like we're with Destiny with the bounties. Because some of that stuff is, like, against what I would normally do.
Mm-hmm.
But you want to get those bounties because you want to get those marks and shit and that experience.
And you know what that does?
Creates plativity.
Nope, it makes you better at the game. Makes
Did you
you
just make
better.
up a word?
Yeah, I do that a lot.
It makes you better at the game. All those things are on there for a reason. Like the Titanfall, the only reason that it failed was because of it. But it makes you better at the game.
Yeah.
That's my reason for why Titanfall did so horrible. Is how they level you up. So if anybody from that studio is listening, stop that dumb shit.
What do you mean, like the challenge completed?
Yeah.
Like when you like the prestige part of it.
Yeah, you got to
whatever?
do all that shit. It's stupid. You should just be able to play and do it that way. Don't.
I don't know. That was kind of fun though. At times.
Yeah,
it was.
where
Some
you
of
at?
it was frustrating.
Where are you at right now?
I sold it, but I was at 8.
Okay, I'm at 8.
Just think
You're
though.
still at 8.
Yeah, because I'm tired and bored of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Plus
That was really one of the things. It was just like, no, even before Destiny, I started playing Ghost and I hated that game. But yeah, I was just like, fuck this. This is stupid.
Just think though, before Xbox came out with these achievements, there was really no way to say you 100% completed a game. This is the way people 100% complete games now, is getting all the achievements.
True, and it's. I mean, I'm not saying it's a bad thing because
just not for me.
Yeah, I don't personally care either. Some of them, I don't know, man. Some of them, I don't know. The cool named ones in Halo that you would get sometimes. If you got that, you're like fucking sweet, man.
Yeah.
Even though you
like overkill and shit.
Yeah,
but
that's
that,
cool.
like and it like gave you stuff in the game though.
Yeah.
So, like or you know, Halo Waypoint, now it's going to be the Halo channel. Like it displays all that stuff. So that's a little different, but yeah, just having it pop up. I think Xbox. I don't know how PlayStation 4 does it. Obviously, you guys can tell me, but how you have the friends activity feed, it is kind of cool that it displays them over there so everybody can see kind of what you did and you can compare. Like, I could go in with you and say, for Titanfall purposes, you know, every once in a while I'd actually go in there and look to see if you had something I didn't. Just because it was like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Whatever the name was, and I'd look to see what it was. And if it's something I'm not interested in, I'm not going to go for it. I don't have to get it because you got it, but it is kind of cool that they have that activity feed so you could see, oh shit, he got that. That's cool. I don't know if PlayStation does that. I'm sure they have something like that with the trophies.
It looks like a really confusing Facebook. It's just like it's a mess of fucking pictures underneath like your main screen where all your like you can go to TV or your games or whatever. It's underneath that. Just looks like Facebook took an achievement dump all over it or something.
What, the PlayStation UI?
Yeah, that's how it is. I mean, I never. The only time I go down,
I don't have it. So
yeah, the only time I go down there is by accident.
I've gone below. Shit.
Yeah, I gotta go back up.
What you're talking about, yeah.
It looks
It's
like a
very
messed up
cluttered and
Facebook.
confusing.
Yeah.
So, last Pete of Pete.
Who's
Last
Pete?
Pete.
Who's
Yeah.
Pete, guys? You ready to be rad?
Whoa, dude.
Mm.
Don't be bringing up B-Rad. It's my arch enemy. So, last piece of news before we kind of close out today. Man, everybody's going nuts on our Facebook group about Smash Brothers on 3DS. It's like every other post is Smash Brothers 3DS. I know 3DS is very, very popular with the young kids and with the Japanese.
I got one.
Rick's got one.
I bought it for Zelda. That was the only reason I bought it.
Well, I would love to have one. I gotta be honest, because so many cool games or games that look really fun are on that thing, and I would love to have one. I just
45 million strong and growing.
Yeah, it's right. It's in the drawer next to my Vita right now, not doing anything.
next to your Vita.
Yeah, I have that.
You have a Vita.
I don't even know where the charging cable is for that thing because I wanted to hook it up so I can like take a dump and play Destiny or whatever. But I'm very aggressive with my thumbsticks, so I'd probably end up breaking it anyway.
You're aggressive with your thumbsticks, huh?
Very aggressive, yeah. I get those calluses when I
Do
play.
you growl when you?
Ah.
No,
Whoa, bro.
Saul,
Hey, I'm just asking.
yeah, Saul can attest. He hears me over. He's like, "Damn, do you just keep hitting them fucking buttons?"
Yeah.
Smashing them.
He goes, "It sounds like you're on a keyboard."
Yep.
Yeah, very aggressive.
Well, I don't know. Smash Brothers would be a cool game to do on the 3DS. So, yeah, I wish I had the time for it. I, if I sit down and play a game, I'm gonna sit down and play a game on the big screen.
It's a fun party game. Like that's what a lot of the people got into it. Like I remember we used to have it at my old house when I lived with Porter, and like people would be like, "Oh, Smash? What's the point?" I go, "I don't know. I think you just got to knock them off the cliff." They're like, "I'll play this," because no combos that are really that crazy. It's just people knocking each other off the cliff.
Yeah, you don't really have to know how to play the game. I mean, it helps, but
Yeah.
Yeah,
you could just kind of go in there and mash.
yeah, just imagine like a 9-year-old kid using Jigglypuff beating your ass. So fuck
Yo.
that.
Oh, Jigglypuff's a BA, man.
Don't get Jigglypuffed at a party.
No, don't ever. Bad things will happen.
Mm-hmm.
Bad things will happen.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're going to skip round of applause this week. I probably could have done a round of boos, but we're going to skip it this week. And I want to close out the show by asking you guys, what games, besides, Destiny's out. It's fantastic. We're all playing it. We're all loving it. What games are we looking forward to coming out soon? I kind of know what you guys are going to say, but there's some really good games left to come out. We're not yet in October, which is the big month. So, Rick, let me start with you. What games are you looking forward to playing that's going to take you away from Destiny?
Well,
Or at least for a little while.
What you got? Shadow of Mordor comes out soon.
Yes, sir.
In a few days.
Yes,
So
sir.
That's going to keep me occupied until the one I'm really excited for next month, Civilization After Earth.
Whoa, I thought you were going to go in a different direction, but yeah, I forgot about that.
No, that's going to suck up my life for a while.
What
I'm
about
sure.
DAI?
Eh,
Oh,
we'll see. I have it already bought, sitting in my Origin folder. I just can't do anything with it yet. We'll see. It looks really good. It's just they're trying to please everybody from the fuck up last game that I think they're gonna fall short.
so you might want to hold off there and kind of check it out. Maybe.
Yeah, I'm still gonna play it. I'm still gonna play it because I suck BioWare's dick like nonstop. I love that developer.
It's true, you do.
Wow.
So I'm still gonna play it. But
Oh, by the way, Sticky Snake is going to be a shepherd for Halloween. He's going to hit the gym real quick. Yeah, Fem Shep.
Yeah, I already got the tits for it, so might as well.
Wow.
Sir.
But yeah, so that's what I'm looking forward to.
So-
Civilization, the big one. I keep forgetting it's coming out though.
Like, steal you.
Oh yeah, it's gonna no more Destiny for Rick for at least a week probably because I'm just gonna.
Oh, just a week. I'm thinking like months.
Yeah. That's the game where you get like a 12-pack of beer and you just sit in front of your computer for like 8 hours.
Yeah, that's a game I cannot play.
Ah, that's what I love.
It's meticulous.
Strategery, bro. I love the strategery.
Yeah, meticulous strategery nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
That's a guilty pleasure. Is I do love it, but I would love it too much.
Yeah, I'm basically playing a spreadsheet, but yeah.
Yeah, I would be divorced, paying child support. That would be terrible. So, I know your answer, but I want to hear it anyway.
Other than the answers that are obvious as hell, I am very excited about Metal Gear, The Phantom Pain, because now we got puppy CPM. Very, very hyped about that.
It's going to be better than Ghost Puppies?
I don't know, bro. It looks like the same puppy because there was a DLC for it. No, it looks really freaking cool. Like, I don't really like games like that, but like, I've been listening to the stories and stuff like that, watching gameplay of my friend's channel. So I'm just like, I'm actually into it because now I know what's going on, and now you get Quiet in the background, who's this hot chick that goes invisible and she snipes for you, and now you got puppies that you can pick up. So in the midst of like battling whatever you got to battle, if you see like a pack of dogs coming out of their mother or whatever and she's dead, you can actually lift them back to your base, and then when you get back you can go further. You can use your time machine watch or cigar.
You're confusing
your time machine cigar and make it turn into a full-grown pup.
Yeah,
if you know about the game, you know what's going on.
Okay, we'll see.
Because Japan, yeah.
Yeah.
because Japan. I'm very new to this Metal Gear.
Oh,
Obviously,
it's the craziest freaking game ever, and the canon is insane.
yes, I've tried to actually read the timeline, and I further confused myself. Like I was better off before I read the timeline.
I heard you like Big Boss, so we made a clone of Big Boss 5 times.
Yeah,
That's basically it.
I'm very excited as you are for that game. Anything else? I mean, I know
Guilty
Call of
Gear.
Guilty
yeah,
Gear.
the new Guilty Gear looks really awesome. They've been showing it for a while now. It's exclusive to PS4. That looks really awesome. It's an anime-based, fighting game, but it's got a 3D aspect to it. So I'm really interested in playing that. I'm kind of interested in maybe looking at that new Disney Infinite Marvel. That looks kind of cool, but I don't know. Like, I don't know if I would like that type of game. So I might watch or a few reviews or something like that because I don't see myself paying $60, or I might wait for something like that. Last and not least, out of the ones that I'm not gonna say because I normally would just say it, I would say Alien Isolation looks really fucking awesome.
Wow, that's a surprising one to me for you because that does look like slow.
Yeah, I would play with Fatty.
All right, but the suspense is real in that game. It seems like even though it's really slow, it's going to be like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit.
Yeah, and Batman.
Batman. Batmobile.
Batman just looks awesome. I don't think he's in it though. I think it's just the Batmobile.
Yeah, like you're just the car.
Yeah.
You just get like Kit from Knight Rider. You just go around. Mm-hmm. Like you're really Alfred. Alfred stole the car.
Like when Batman was in jail and somebody had to be Batman and it was Alfred.
There it is. So I'm looking forward to Shadows of Mordor. I don't know if I'm going to go out and buy it in 9 days. I think I might wait a week just to see some, not gameplay footage, but just see the reaction. Because I'm concerned with length for that game.
Yeah.
That's my only concern. Gameplay, that like people playing it, it does look cool. I'm excited for Dragon Age. I'm ready for this kind of game. Destiny's kind of satisfied my newness for first-person shooters as far as like the new feeling. Plus, that Titanfall was good. That gave me a little bit. Destiny's giving me a little more. Master Chief Collection will be the sum of all my fears.
At least you already know the game's good, right?
Yeah, like you don't have to really.
Hey, that's real.
That's real talk. I mean, a couple I'm excited for next year, as I've stated before, is Quantum Break and also the Tom Clancy, The Division. Looks.
God, yeah.
The Division looks like if Destiny's DLCs come out and they're big and they're cool, like I'm gonna stop playing Destiny when The Division comes out because that game looks very involved. So
I might have to work it. That's gonna have to be a game we all get on the same system to play together. None of this fucking.
Yeah, kind of like Destiny should have been.
Wow, we all playing together.
Yeah,
you guys do. You have a good time.
Yeah, we do.
I got new friends.
They're better.
No. I'm just saying though. I agree. That would be fun. Who knows? Maybe I'll win the lottery and I'll have a PS4 by then. But
yeah, that's what I would do if I won the lottery.
Well, I would. I mean, I would do more, but that's one thing I would do.
Ricky would be alive after a day if he won the lottery.
I know.
True that, man. All right, so let's wrap this show up. Thanks for listening, guys. It's episode 12. Again, check us out on the Rated M Gaming Network. Podcast Evolved, No Doors. We got smartwatches on there now. So it's growing, and I will post links once I actually have a link to show you. We do have a link, but it's kind of a soft launch, and we'll get you all that information. But any other closing arguments today, gentlemen? Anything you want to bring up real quick?
Make sure to go out in the theaters and watch Tusk, the movie.
Oh, yeah, Kevin Smith's movie. It's fucking weird looking, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I don't have anything fucking.
You told me to.
Nothing. I got nothing.
You got nothing?
No, I hope to get my first legendary this week in Destiny. That's what.
Yeah.
Oh, what level are you?
I'm 22 now.
So you've not gotten a legendary yet?
No, but I've only played 2 days above level.
You've been farming?
Yeah, I've been doing is strike missions. Do that random strike playlist. I'm up
That
to
thing's
the
fun.
yeah, I'm up to the harder difficulty now too. Which I mean, I'm dying a lot, but you get better shit.
Yeah, I've done them all so far. I've already done my weekly. I have not done my daily yet today, so maybe. I mean, I might have to go to bed early though. I've been staying up way too late playing Destiny, which is just a problem. So, all right. Well, thanks for tuning in, guys. We'll see you again next week.
Bye bye.
Bye.